So this issue of how do we create equity within our community becomes really difficult. One of the things we know is that we can't use a cause and effect strategy. So where does that leave us, right? There's something called complex adaptive systems. Have people ever heard of that? Complex adaptive systems, right? This is systems theory. And systems theory really looks at things as a whole, right? And looks at the whole system. So you could look at the ecosystem of how a plant develops. Pretty complex, right? You got sun, you got soil, you got nutrients, you got, all kind of stuff going on just to get a plant to grow, right? But if you take out any of those elements, the plant won't grow, right? That's a system, right? And I'll give you a simpler system. So you get up in the morning and you go take a shower, right? You don't just jump right in the shower, do you? I mean, some people might be really weird, but you actually are controlling a system in getting in the shower, right? You have to turn the water hot, cold, right? You have to test it, right? And then you get in the shower. That's a feedback loop.
You have to turn on the coffee first.
But you get what I'm getting at. Systems have feedback loops, right? And I don't want to go too deep into this. This is really out of a work of Peter Senge in his book called The Fifth Discipline, where he talks about learning organizations, but he talks about system. How does systems work? So if you jump right in the shower, you probably have a pretty uncomfortable shower, but you get a feedback loop, right? Each of these systems work with what they call reinforcing and balancing feedback loops. So there's something, you go to the gym in the morning, right? You keep going to the gym because you get feedback that this is helpful to you and you feel better, right? That's another kind of system. So all of these things operate in systems, but how do we think? We think linearly, right? We're thinking all the time linearly, cause, effect, right? When the whole world is happening through feedback loops, and some of those feedback loops are slow, some of them are quick, they happen in different ways, and so I would argue that we have to really use a systems thinking approach in order to address the issues for African Americans particularly, but other people of color as well.